Hey, what's up? So let's delete any post that the user clicks on this button for it. Okay, so this will be actually interesting. So first thing, on a click, we should dispatch an action that will delete it. So we need to go to our model, our posts model, and create a thunk that will send an HTTP request to delete it. So I will call it delete posts, and this will be equal thunk. I'll pass to it an asynchronous function that accepts all the actions we have and a payload. This payload, I will pass an object containing an ID, because this is the ID of the post I want to delete. So try catch, I'll copy paste these. Maybe, yeah, I won't delay this like this. Now what I need to do is to await axios.delete, and I'll go to this URL, but without the query param, of course, and I will pass here the ID. I will inject it. So after this finishes, this means the post have been deleted. So let's go to our post and let's import from easy peasy the use, I keep forgetting the name, useStoreActions. So this would be like posts, we'll destruct that, then dot the name of the action, which is the delete posts, and I'll name it like this. Now on a click, we'll just call this function. So let's test it. Let's open our inspect, go to the network. We should see a request that deletes that. So fetch them. Sorry, let's refresh. Why this? Oh, I think the spinner. We should see a spinner, right? Let me try to click it again. Not sure why we didn't see a spinner previously, but let's just forget about it. Maybe if we see it again, I will fix it. So fetch, we see them. Now let's try to delete one of them. So first thing, we have a bug. This is undefined. This should be the ID. And this is because I believe it won't work like this. We need to invoke it with the ID. So let's destruct the ID. And now this, maybe refresh. And yeah, I think in this, we are accepting here an object, not just like a number. So this should be like this. The shortcut for that is this. Now it will work. So delete. As you can see, we deleted this post and the response is empty object, which means it got deleted, and the status code is 200. But just to make things clear, I will put inside that title here, I will put the ID. So the header will be the ID, and as you can see, it's the ID of 1. So let's delete it. It got deleted, but it still exists in our front end. So we need to update the store to remove this one. So let's create the action for that. I will call it remove post. This will be the return value from the action, state, the payload. So what I need to do is the state.list equals state.list.filter. I will destruct the ID from the already existing posts in the state does not equal payload.id. So let's test this now. It's the same issue here. And Not sure, to be honest, what's this, but if we refresh and click on it, let's click again, click again. I think it's something with this when it's reloading the application, but when you delete this now, it will get deleted and it should be removed. Yeah, of course, it's not removing because we did not dispatch this action, the remove post, and we will do it, of course, after the success. So actions dot delete remove post, and we will pass to it. I will pass an object like this, ID. So fetch posts, we have them here. So let's delete number 1. We deleted it, and as you can see, remove post passed an action with ID of 1. Now the state, if you go to the diff, we removed this one, which is the first one. So let's remove number 4. Yeah, and I think the last thing we should have is the useStoreState. We need to get the status here. Dot status, and we will do the same thing we did here for the loading and disabled for each button. But there is a catch here. I will show it to you in a moment. So let's delete. As you can see, it's loading, then everything is fine. The issue here is we have an array of posts, and for each one we will call, or we will render this post component and pass to the post. This is fine. But the issue is here. For each post component, we will connect to the store, get this action or this thunk action, and get the status. But if you think about it, we don't need to do it each time we render a post component. We should do it only once and pass them here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do these here and pass them like this, and we already have the status here, so I'll just pass it like this. So let's go and accept them here. I hope this was clear, because we don't need to define these so many times. We can only define them one time in the parent and just pass them, which will be good for our memory. So save this and refresh. So delete. Everything is fine. So yeah, I think that will be it.